Welcome to the first city review of the 2011-2012 season. We're here on the media night for the annual team photo. So we'll have a little look at that and then we'll have a quick word with Glenn on his thoughts for the season. An enterprising money-making scheme created by Gary Mixture saw some of the fans getting their pictures taken with the team. For those of you that went to the Community Shield on Sunday, you may have seen the name Dawn Barnard plastered all over the hoardings. In fact, there was a massive picture of her on the front of the stadium. Who is this woman? Why was she there? Let's find out. Right then, Dawn. So, what do you do? Why was your name all over Wembley?
Well, I won the National Award for the outstanding contribution to football in the community, and that's to do with the 25 years that I've been running Chelmsford City Ladies and Girls Football Club, for helping to start the Essex County Girls League.
Right.
That was back in 1993, and also I'm the League Secretary for the Essex County Women's League.
Blimey.
And I was a Essex County FA council member for 8 years. I was the first women's representative.
Blimey, so you must be pretty busy then.
Just a bit, yeah.
And then how did you get chosen? Because I think by your name it said Dawn Barnard and about 199,000 other people do this or something. It's like, wow, that's quite some honour to be picked.
Yes, I was actually nominated by my husband for the county award.
Right.
So I won the county award and I was then put forward for the regional award. I also won that, and I was then shortlisted with the other 7 regional finalists, and we all went to the Community Shield on Sunday at Wembley, and the winner was announced at an awards lunch prior to the game. And
you were the winner?
And I was the winner, and I received
this rather
nice trophy from Sir Geoff Hurst and Sir Trevor Booking.
Fantastic. OK, so what are your plans for this coming season?
I'll continue doing what I've been doing for the last 25 years. I'm active secretary for the club, so I'm busy doing all the paperwork, organising the teams, organising pitches, training, washing the kits. And then I'm still secretary of the Women's League, so I make sure all the admin's done for that league and guide new players and new clubs in the right direction.
That's a tremendous workload, isn't it? It really is.
It didn't start like that. It started with one 5-a-side team back in 1986. And the club just grew, and all of a sudden we had a ladies section and a girls section. Yeah. And I sort of somehow got involved in starting the girls' league.
I see, that's where you made the mistake, wasn't it? You said, oh, I'll do that, thinking it'd be okay, and then something else gets landed on your desk.
Well, that's the thing, you see. Yes. They all sort of come along, don't they? You don't sort of know this little word no. Yeah. And it builds up and it builds up, and then before you know it, you're sort of doing lots of different bits and pieces.
Okay. Well, thank you for bringing your trophy along today, Dawn.
Thank you very much.
Big congratulations from all of us at CCTV, and I'm sure from the fans at Chelmsford.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dawn Barnard.
Thank you.
And here is our guide to this season's players and staff.
Justin Miller, defender.
Adam Tan, defender.
Ben Nunn, defender. Dave Rainford, midfielder.
Tyrone Scarlett, winger. Joe Benjamin, left wing, striker.
Ricky Modeste, left wing.
Kezi Ibi, striker.
Mark Haynes, defender.
Joe Woolley, goalkeeper.
Stuart Sell, goalkeeper.
Kenny Clark, defender.
Cliff Akirang, striker.
Aidan Palmer, defender. What was I going to say about
Sam Corcoran, midfield.
Max Cornell, midfielder.
Craig Parker, midfield. Glenn Pennyfather, manager. Ben Chenry, FA Trophy winner and goal scorer.
Chris Duffy, FA Trophy winner 3 times. Thank you.
Paul Smith, physiotherapist,
FA Cup with West Ham, playoff final Gillingham.
All right, I'm now joined by Glenn, and he's going to tell us his views for the season ahead. So, Glenn, how's pre-season been?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, again, pre-season's been very good. I've been very pleased with the players that I've brought to the club. I wanted to make us a more physical side. I felt last year we had a number of players that struggle when the games got physical, and I wanted us to be a little bit bigger. And I think we've accomplished that. There's been lots and lots of players available. It's been saturated the market with players, and you know, I've taken my time picking or hand-picking the ones that I wanted. You know, it's added a lot of pace to the team and a lot of competition. You know, and I'm very, very pleased with the players we've got. It's a good mixture of experience and younger players who are hungry and desperate to get back into the professional game, and I think it can only bode well for our club.
So from that I take it some of them are a lot bigger than we've probably been used to. Yeah,
I think so. I think if you look at some of the players last year, who, you know, no disrespect to them, but the likes of Takumi and Johnny Martin and Kurt Robinson, you know, we're talking players 5'6", 5'7", super players. But you know, when the old saying is, you know, a good big and will always beat a good little. And I just felt, you know, playing in some of the games last year, we got bullied at times, and I didn't want that to happen again this year. And I think you'll see that, you know, a number of the players this year, physically they're a lot bigger. You know, they're around the 6 foot mark, and certainly can deal with that side of things.
Because there's been quite a few new players coming, hasn't there?
Yeah, a lot more than I expected to be honest, because I think you know, with the amount of players that became available and the amount of players that I've been offered over the close season and the pre-season is remarkable, really. And
is this because we're having a bigger squad this season?
Yeah, I mean, we wanted that. You know, the budget has had a slight increase, as people know. Yeah, but you know, it wasn't significant enough for me to go, that's great, that's going to give me another 5 or 6 players. You know, I've had to make the money stretch. We've done that. I think players have been far more sensible this year, and they realise that the supply and demand, you know, there's far more players than there is actually for demand for teams to have. And I think we've benefited from that. And as I said, players have been more sensible in their askings for their wages. And you know, I'm very, very pleased at the moment. The squad's standing at 20. And fingers crossed I maybe add another one to that. I've got 2 goalkeepers this year, which we didn't have the luxury of last year, which left us in a bit of a quandary at times.
And have they signed up now?
Yeah, everybody's signed up, you know, and I'm really pleased. And you know, it's a good balanced squad. It's a squad that's together. You know, the togetherness of the side is excellent. Team spirit's great. You know, I wouldn't have any players that upset my dressing room. You know, and they're all raring to go. And the good thing is we've all got a common goal, and hopefully that is to bring success this season. So,
in your view, has your pre-season pretty much gone to plan?
Yeah, I mean, the disappointing thing is we haven't had too many. We've only had the one home game, and I haven't been able to get on the pitch for training-wise, you know, because new players like to get used to their own surroundings, and that's been unfortunate for various reasons. But that apart, I mean, I've been pleased with the programme we've had. I think it's stood us in good stead, and it's readied us for the upcoming campaign.
So how are we doing for injuries?
The big blow recently has obviously been one of our new signings, Craig Parker. You know, a freak accident really in training, where unfortunately Craig had won the ball and Cliff was chasing it to try and recover it, and his foot got tangled up with Craig's, and it ended up with a broken metatarsal as the conclusion. And it's such a shame, because Craig he'd come with a great goal scoring record last year. 43 goals in 52 games is phenomenal at any level, and he'd really settled in well. He's a lovely lad, and he will prove to be a massive asset for our club. So
how long is he going to be out for?
Well, it looks like he's going to be out for a good 8 to 10 weeks. You know, it's the time he has in the boot, and then obviously the recovery process, because it's a very fragile part of the body. We have to make sure that the repair's correct and it's strong enough to withstand the rigours of the game, and obviously another clout on it. So, you know, we've got to make sure we're guided by the specialists, and Craig's fully fit and raring to go again.
And what about Anthony Cook?
Cookie's been tremendous all close season and the pre-season. You know, he's been out for a long while now with his cruciate ligament injury, but I think I've said in my notes in the first game, he's like Tigger bouncing around the training ground. He can't wait to play, and I'm sure he feels he could have played Saturday. But
is he quite close?
He's very close. I mean, he's worked so hard to get himself back to full fitness. I mean, he looks fitter and stronger than ever. It's just a matter of building up his muscle groups around his knee to make sure that they can protect it. And I think he's probably 4 to 6 weeks away. Probably the latter, but it'll be like signing a new player for us, and it'll be great to have him back. He was fantastic up until he got his injury last season. 9 goals from wide right midfield up until Christmas is a super return, and we're all looking forward to having him back. He's great in the dressing room and around the place.
He's a bit of a character, isn't he?
He's a fantastic character to have around the place, and I know he's chomping at the bit to get back playing, and we're looking forward to having him back as well.
So the big question. Do you think we're going to win the league?
Well, I'll never like to tempt any fate, you know that. One thing I will say, this is the strongest squad we've had. Not only with the team, but also the depth in the squad that we've got. I feel this time we've got enough quality in here if we do lose players for certain reasons, like we have with Craig and Anthony at the moment, and also then Justin Miller's out at the present time with a calf strain. He won't be available for the opening fixture. We have got players that can come in and do equally as good a job, and the competition for places is fantastic, and it won't be for the want of trying, that's for sure. And after losing 3 years in a row in the semi-finals, I think we're all pretty fed up with that.
All right, Glenn, well, we'll see you in about 4 months' time for your mid-season review. We'll assess how you're getting on, mate.
Thank you very much. Look forward to it.
Excellent.